I have a gallon jug of water that I dyed with a little bit of vanilla. And in hindsight now, I'm thinking that was a horrible idea because now this just looks like a jug of disgusting water, but a jug of water nonetheless. Pretty heavy, weighs about 8 pounds. And this is a model, and what this models is all of the water that is found on planet Earth. So this is the water that is seen from space in the oceans that make people call this the blue planet. This is the glaciers that make up the northern and southern poles and rest atop mountain ranges. This is the rivers, the lakes, the tiny ditches filled with water. This is the precipitation from every single rainy day for which you've ever been alive. This is the water in your milk from this morning's cereal, the water in your after-school sports drink, the water in your faucet used to brush your teeth, the water used by farmers to irrigate their crops, and the water required to complete every single task on this planet. Okay, so all of Earth's water. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in this bowl. Now, I know you can't see what's in the bowl. Obviously, it's water, but you can kind of see the size of the bowl a little bit. And this entire bowl, splashing at me, is filled with our gallon jug, pretty much to the top here. Okay, so empty jug. All right, I'm going to measure out 8 tablespoons of water from the bowl and pour it back into the jug. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So kind of see it in there. Just a little bit, barely fills it up. Okay. This is all the water that's not in the ocean, which is about 3% of all the water found on planet Earth. Okay, so most of our water is still in this bowl. This is all of the salt water found in the oceans. 3% that's left over, not in the oceans. Okay, I'm actually going to take out 1.5 tablespoons from here and pour it into this bowl because, unfortunately, that was 1.5. Unfortunately, about 0.5% of the Earth's water is actually still salt water, even though it's not in the ocean. So it's still not usable by humans. Okay, this would include bodies of water like Great Salt Lake and the Dead Sea. They actually have an even higher concentration of salt in them. So you can see that is now, what is that, 6.5 tablespoons left in here. Okay, that means that only about 2.5% of the Earth's water is truly fresh water. And the rest, salt water and unusable by humans. Okay. Now I'm going to measure out another 4.5 tablespoons from the 6.5 tablespoons that's left in this jug. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.5. Okay, and I poured that out because 1.7% of the Earth's water, although it is fresh, it's not actually accessible to humans because it's either frozen in glaciers, trapped underground, or just otherwise unavailable. Okay, so that leaves us with only 2 tablespoons left in this jug of what was once full of water. Okay, this represents all of the water, which is less than 1% on planet Earth, that is fresh and available to sustain all the human, animal, and plant life that has existed, currently exists, and will exist in the future. So only less than 1% is actually usable. The rest, which is in here, completely unusable to humans.